Welcome back. Now, months after a thumping and stunning victory in Telangana Assembly polls, riding on the promise of the 6 guarantees, Chief Minister Revanth Reddy has now added a caveat. Victory in Lok Sabha polls, as well as Chief Minister Revanth Reddy has said that for the Congress to deliver on its promises in Telangana, winning all 17 Lok Sabha seats is crucial. The Telangana Chief Minister also claimed that former Chief Minister KCR never worked for the people and Prime Minister has never given anything to the people of Telangana in order to deliver on its promises to the people of the state. And the government needs to get its dues from the centre, for which a victory in the upcoming polls are essential. Telangana Chief Minister's remarks comes a day after Karnataka Congress MLA HC Balakrishna and the statement, of course, that he made in Karnataka, where he claimed that the poll guarantees in the state may be stopped if the people don't vote for the Congress in the upcoming Lok Sabha polls. However, of course, we've seen defenses that have come in, but now let's listen to these two leaders and, of course, the reaction that has come in from the opposition as well.
కేంద్రంలో కాంగ్రెస్ అధికారంలోకి వస్తేనే తెలంగాణకు ప్రజలకు ఇచ్చిన హామీలు 100% అమలు జరుగుతాయి. ఇంతకాలం కేసీఆర్ అడిగింది లేదు, మోడీ గారు ఇచ్చింది లేదు. ఇప్పుడు ఇచ్చేది మేమే, తెచ్చేది మేమే. తెలంగాణ ప్రజలకు ఇచ్చిన హామీలు అమలు జరగాలి అని అంటే ఈ రాష్ట్రంలో 17కు 17 సీట్లు కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ గెలవాలి.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮತ ಅಕ್ಷತೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಐದು ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿಗ ನಾನು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳ ಹತ್ರ ಉಪಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಜನ ಇವತ್ತು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಕಟ್ಟತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಹಿಂದೂಗಳು, ನಮಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಗೌರವ ಇದೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ ಪಡಿತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಅದು ಸಾಧುವಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ವಾದ. ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಜನ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಕಟ್ಟೋರು, ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಉಪಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಇವತ್ತೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಎಂಪಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಸ್ಥಾನವನ್ನ ಗೆಲ್ಸಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿಯನ್ನ ಮುಂದುವರ್ಸೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಜನ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ತಿರಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡೋರು ಅಂತ ಆಯ್ತವ್ರಿಗೆ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ತಿರಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? ಈ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿಗೆ ಬೆಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಕ್ಷತೆಗೆ ಬೆಲೆ ಇದೆ. ಅವಾಗ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ಅಕ್ಷತೆ ಹಾಕಿ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಅದು ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಓಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೇಳಿ? ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಬೇಕಾ, ಅಕ್ಷತೆ ಬೇಕಾ? ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಿಂದ ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಜನ ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಲೋಕಸಭಾ ಸದಸ್ಯರನ್ನ ಗೆಲ್ಲಿಸಬೇಕು. ಗೆಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತದೆ. ನಿಮ್ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ, ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅವಾಗ ಆ ದುಡ್ಡು ತಗೊಂಡು ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
Well, GS Prashanth of the BJP continues to stay with us. We also have Advocate Nikhil Jain, political analyst and consultant. Ravula Sridhar Reddy from the BRS is also with us. Maya Sharma too continues to stay with us. I'm going to take this across to Nikhil because the Congress has decided not to officially comment on this particular issue. Nikhil, how do you really defend the Congress here? Or rather, is there even a defense? Because the entire pitch of the guarantees was that they are going to do it because they want to work for the poor in the state. And, the Congress has always thought about the downtrodden. All of these speeches came in. And yesterday in Karnataka, we had, an MLA say, well, you don't vote for us, you don't get the guarantees. Now, Mr. Revanth Reddy said to fund the guarantees, the Congress has to be voted to power in the centre. It's a bizarre rationale, isn't it? Because the people were told something else before the assembly elections. And now the Lok Sabha elections, they're being told something else.
Deepak, it's not about people being told one thing before one election, one set of elections, and another thing before another set of elections. The fact is that the BJP is willing to hold back on the GST dues of states. The BJP is not giving opposition-ruled states and even opposition-ruled constituencies the right funds that are needed for the state's budget to function. We've recently come out, there's been a recent report wherein the Mumbai Municipal Corporation, over 500 crores were given to different councillors for development, but every single penny of that has been given to those in the ruling alliance and nothing to the opposition alliance. So when a Revanth Reddy says that you need to put 17 members of parliament of the Congress party and only then can the guarantees be implemented, it is to be simply seen as something that you need the voice of Telangana, you need the voice of the people of Telangana, the Congress MPs who can raise this issue in the parliament, corner the Modi government, corner the central government, and only then Can the people of Karnataka expect these promises to be fulfilled? For the simple reason that for any promise any political party makes in its manifesto, you need to have budgetary allocations. But what is any political party or any government going to do if the central government is not going to pay the GST dues? We've been seeing for such a long time that Karnataka, West Bengal, and other states in the country have been asking the pending GST dues of the central government, but the central government is simply not clearing it. Similarly, in the case of Karnataka, also, when you're talking about the statement from the MLA Balakrishnan, it is to be seen in the figurative measure. Obviously, he cannot just one day all of a sudden scrap the policies of the government just because the Congress does not win enough seats, Lok Sabha seats. The point is that you need people who would talk about the needs of the people of Karnataka, of Telangana, of their state in the parliament instead of mouthpieces of the supreme leader Narendra Modi. And that is
But
the
there was
context
a
of it all.
promise, and these were issues that were raised in the past as well. These were issues in the past as well, but when the promise, the 5 guarantees in Karnataka, the 6 guarantees in Telangana came in from the Congress party, there were no caveats at that point in time. The Congress didn't say that, subject to the government changing in the center, that we will implement these guarantees. The entire tax devolution, the issues pertaining to GSTs, you've been talking and raising about that. The Congress has been raising that as well in the past. But the question here is, on one hand, you have the MP from the Congress who says that the devolution to the southern states is less, so why not, the people will be pushed to a desperate situation to demand for a separate country. Then you talk about the guarantees not being implemented. Well, criticizing the budget, talking about the share is one thing, and going to these extremes is another. I'll also bring in the BJP here on this because they'll have to counter some of the charges that you made, which need to be,
One short point. Neither of these two individuals have said that if there isn't a Congress central government, neither of these two people have said that. Just a second, there's some connection issue. Deepak, I'm saying that neither of these two individuals have said that unless there is a Congress government in the center,
I'll come back to you. I'll allow you to respond. Prashanth, quickly come in, Prashanth.
Yes. See, Deepak, firstly, you have to understand the mindset of the Congress. Revanth Reddy in Telangana and Siddaramaiah here go on to make promises to people saying that we will give, and the guarantees are not being implemented on the ground. In Karnataka, the economic advisor to this chief minister is on record saying that there is no money in the government coffers. Shivkumar is on record saying there is no money for development, which means without having any plan as to how the finances will be arranged, they have made this guarantee announcements. But we are not against the poor and the needy getting any benefits, but there is no roadmap from Telangana and Congress governments alike, because they are going only by the family. They are only wanting to please the first family of Congress. They're doing all these things. And now, to counter Nikhil Jain about the GST dues, he has to first understand the 15th Finance Commission now gives 42% devolution of taxes to the states, which were in the Modi regime from 2014 onwards, which was 32% in the UPA 2 regime. So therefore, when the pie itself is larger, these states are already getting bigger chunk. And there is no due which is...
But the charge from Nikhil Jain is that, they are going to be struggling because the GST dues, time and again, there are letters that are written by the finance ministers of the states and it does not come on time. So implementation of these guarantees becomes an issue, is what they are pointing out, Prashanth. I'll also take this question across to the BRS. Let's, of course, see what the BRS has to say, because today, of course, from Telangana, the statement has come in, Mr. Sridhar Reddy.
See, this is expected, Deepak, because here the Congress, they have asked for 100 days time to implement the 6 guarantees, out of which till now, after 52 days, they have implemented only 2 guarantees. In 2 guarantees, there is no immediate financial implication. One, in the regular running RTC buses, they have allowed the free travel to women, while we are not against to it. That is implemented. Second one is enhancement of Avocate to 10 lakhs. There is no immediate financial implication. But the remaining things, whatever they have promised to women, they are going to give 2,500 rupees per month to all the women in Telangana state, and Griha Lakshmi. There are many other 4 more promises and 420 other promises which they have made in their 37-page manifesto. No guidelines, no discussion on that. Now suddenly, day before yesterday, Mr. Revanth Reddy was speaking to his party men saying that if we win 17 seats in Telangana, then only we will be able to implement this. Or if Congress government comes to power in the center, then only they will be able to implement those promises. But that was not the condition when they have done the campaign in Telangana state during the assembly elections. This is clearly misleading the people, and this is how Congress works. And it is evident from Karnataka also. Many a times in the last 1.5 year, after coming to power, rather 1 year, in Karnataka, their ministers were saying there is no money, they don't meet the MLAs.
Okay. Let's take this across to Maya Sharma. She's been patiently listening to all the three speakers. Yeah, Maya, do you see this as the Congress misleading the people before the elections, or do you see it as a genuine demand that to implement such a big guarantee or multiple guarantees, the financial burden is of course pretty evident, and we've seen that in the state of Karnataka, and efficiently getting funds from the center is key. Or do you think that the way they've put this across is wrong, Maya? What is your take?
The way that they have
I'll come back to you, Mr.
you cannot
Hold on.
at this stage.
10 seconds to me before Maya just speaks about it. Even about the job notifications, they said they are going to give 2 lakh jobs in Telangana. When we ask them, where are the vacancies? Show us the vacancies. They don't do it, and they have said the day one we come to the power.
I'll come back with those points, Mrs. Sridhar. I'll come back. Let everybody have an equal opportunity to put out their opinion. Maya, go ahead.
Yes, I'm saying that at this stage, the Congress really cannot say, yes, those guarantees are there, but it's conditional, make sure we do well in the Lok Sabha elections. That, of course, cannot be said. And I'm fairly sure that a wider sense of the Congress leadership is not on that. They would not be perhaps backing what these Congress leaders have been saying about give us a good performance in the Lok Sabha election and then we'll deliver the promises. The Congress cannot say that at this stage. It is, of course, the hype ahead of the Lok Sabha elections, the desire to do well in the Lok Sabha elections. Because while, of course, the promises were made to the people of the state, there was also definitely an eye on the big election in 2024, the Lok Sabha elections. That is, of course, a huge issue, but the Congress at this stage cannot then make it conditional, saying that, the promises will only be delivered if you give us a good performance in the Lok Sabha elections. They cannot say that at this stage. So whether it's just hyperbole, whether it's just the kind of campaigning which happens before a Lok Sabha election, it is not a statement which the people of the respective states, Telangana and Karnataka, would welcome, because they have returned the Congress with largely based on those guarantees, I'm sure. They cannot make those statements at this stage, not just before the Lok Sabha elections, however tempting it may be for a politician on the campaign trail.
Absolutely. And, with the elections just around the corner, how will this really reflect on the voters is something that we'll debate. We're slipping into a quick break. I'm requesting all our guests to stay with us. We're going to continue this after this short break.